poor Jigen is the one who just happened to be nearby. Ishiki's chakra was too massive for him. Jigen's body is inadequate to be Ishiki's vessel. It wouldn't be able to bear his chakra if Isshiki were to reincarnate in Jigen's body. It would probably die within a few days, thus Isshiki decided to pass on being reborn through Jigen. And with that said, welcome back to the channel everyone, Sanjay Uchiha here, and it's time for me to talk about my expectations and predictions for the upcoming chapter of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. Of course, for those of you who are anime only or haven't caught up to the manga, spoilers will be discussed in this video, so please be advised. Of course, we're on our way to 1,000 subscribers as well, so I'd appreciate the support, so leave a like, comment in the comment section below, can have a discussion, and of course subscribe as well. Don't know how it go. Hope everyone's having a great day as well, because honestly last week has been crazy. I know most of you who've been tuned into the channel know I've been doing Black Clover videos recently, so this video serves as a means to get back on form where Boruto content is concerned, which I feel is what a lot of you are subscribed for. So without further ado, let's get into it. So this video will serve as I guess a continuation or kind of a more elaborate discussion on the video I did a few weeks back regarding Konoha, or Naruto and Sasuke's biggest battle ever. I don't even remember if that was the title of the video if I'm being honest, but based on the statement that we have or the excerpt that I basically read from regarding last month's chapter there regarding Isshiki Otsutsuki and his choice or use of Jigen as his new body, his new vessel, he's been fully resurrected based on what happened in chapter 47, and we also found out that Kashin Koji, or at least we confirmed that he is a clone of Jiraiya. Now, with what Amado said to Naruto and company, we know that Isshiki should have only a few days in his newly revived body to actually retrieve back Kawaki, which a lot of us are assuming is the ultimate objective going forward. So similar to how I discussed in my previous video regarding Naruto and Sasuke, Konoha's biggest battle, I feel we're gonna have a replay or I guess a rehash of the Pain Invasion arc, just this time around being Isshiki Otsutsuki, because we have a tangible time frame. We don't know how like the exact amount of time, but we know it's a few days before Isshiki essentially dies again. So going into chapter 48, I feel like some very, I wouldn't say fast-paced, but some serious stakes are going to be put in place on both sides, because on Ishiki's side we do know he only has a few days before he dies, and on Amado's side we know he plans to kill Isshiki, or that is the plan. So he's going to be planning with Naruto and company how to actually tackle Isshiki, because there are a lot of smart persons in that room, and given the information Amado has given to them, I'm sure they're going to start preparing for a battle against Isshiki, because he will be coming to the village. So that's something to look out for where chapter 48 is concerned. And if that doesn't happen immediately, I would expect that some the seeds of that invasion by Isshiki will start, some planning will start going into effect on his side of things. Now that even sounds even chapter 49-50-ish, if I'm being honest. So the immediate thing, of course, is the matter of Kashin Koji, the clone of Jiraiya. How is that plot line how is that going to be resolved? Because honestly, I know a lot of persons, including myself, wouldn't really want them to really just bring in Kashin Koji. Well, he's been in the manga for years now, but with the revelation that he's a clone of Jiraiya, I know a lot of persons, including myself, wouldn't really want him to just be killed off immediately. So in establishing the stakes and the whole time frame and just the race against time regarding Isshiki, and the race against time in terms of putting a plan together to actually kill Isshiki on the protagonist side, I feel like a lot of characters are going to be introduced starting with this upcoming chapter, where not only the antagonists are concerned but the protagonists. So on Ishiki's side, we know more than likely he's going to have Code, the 10 Tails involved in the upcoming conflict. Not that he needs it based on how powerful he is, but at the same time, given the state of his body, I'm sure they're going to balance things out by giving him a weakness, probably a time frame or time, well, That would be kind of repetitive. I was gonna say they're probably gonna give him like a time frame or how long he can exert his power in his newly revived body, but that would be kind of repetitive of what we got with, and Jigen was the main body. So yeah, but I guess over time his power will win because he'll slowly die or decay at this point until until then. So yeah, I think that's going to be like the setup that we'll have with Isshiki going forward. Now, with Kashin Koji and the idea that I have that a lot of characters are going to be introduced to, balance out things on both sides where planning is concerned to, defeat the other side. I think a lot of, or something I would subscribe to where Kashin Koji's character is concerned now, is the reintroduction of Orochimaru and Tsunade. Probably Orochimaru having some idea of what's been happening where Amado and cloning Jiraiya is concerned, and maybe Amado has been secretly collaborating with Orochimaru here and there, and maybe Orochimaru makes somehow manages to get to that space-time dimension and rescue Kashin Koji. And I think that might be the best thing, honestly, because it creates an opportunity to dive more into Orochimaru's character, a character that hasn't, even though he's one of those characters that you don't necessarily have to go too much into their backstory, the mystery of their backstory is kind of like the draw, the calling card for them. But I think exploring Orochimaru more through his interactions with this clone of Jiraiya is something that Kodachi can really make use of, and even having Tsunade in the mix. So characters like that I feel are going to be made use of, come back and potentially rescue Kashin Koji at this point, because honestly, even if Orochimaru is involved with Amado, I don't think it would be too much of a stretch of the imagination to think that could be the case. At the end of the day, the major theme of Boruto is technology and advancement through scientific innovation. So at the end of the day, having Orochimaru, who it's within his character to be having these secrets, collaborations and stuff like that, I don't think it would be a bad writing move to have that be the case. Have Orochimaru come in, rescue Kashin Koji. Or who knows, it could be a case where there are more clones of Kashin Koji present, and he could in fact die in chapter 48. And this would I know it would really piss persons off. I wouldn't be 100% on board with Kashin Koji dying, but it could be a case that there are more clones of him, and it would go hand in hand with the whole idea that shinobi are just tools. And of course it could be a source of conflict with Naruto going forward once he finds out. And of course it would still tie back into the whole cloning or Shin Uchiha arc and tie things back to Orochimaru again. So while killing Kashin Koji might not be the best move, it still has narrative potential. Narrative potential in terms of conflict going down the line, and that's something that we really and truly need, because as I've also mentioned in the past is that yeah, we don't have the best villains, but if we can exploit the emotional connection that we have with characters that we are concerned about, which is Naruto in this case, then all the better. Introducing conflict between him and other characters that are standing, or they've offended him in some emotional sense, it would still be a decent calling card for the story going forward, is what I would say personally. So yeah, but at the same time, how does Boruto and Kawaki fit into everything? Because at the end of the day, and I've said it in a lot of my discussion videos that I did like early in the year and late last year, that the time skip is coming and we really need to set things up for a lot of these characters. And for the most part, I think these last 10 chapters have been doing a good job of transitioning to allow the new generation characters to stand firm and tall and ready for the time skip. But I think we're reaching the climax of that transition, and with Kawaki now without a karma seal, and Isshiki more than likely set for to come to Konoha, more than likely this is the penultimate, or this is the time honestly. And really and truly, in these next few chapters, I feel it's going to be decided how things are going to be set up for the time skip, which characters are going to be involved, which characters are going to be introduced now and be relevant after the time skip, how's training going to go, motivations, because more than likely it's being set up as like something similar to the whole Naruto Sasuke parallel in, you know, part 1 part 2 Naruto, or specifically part 1, where we had, you know, like Sasuke went away with the villain willingly to gain power. But in this case, it's more like I feel Kawaki is going to just go away with Isshiki to really and truly protect Naruto and company, and more than likely through his interactions with Isshiki and maybe getting branded with a karma mark, we could probably use that as an opportunity to explore some more things beyond the superficial or surface level where the Otsutsuki are concerned, which to me at this point is still kind of hard to do because they're just kind of meh, kind of boring as antagonists. So I hope if we can have something established in terms of a dynamic between Isshiki and Kawaki, if he does really and truly go with Isshiki, then we can get something at least before Isshiki does die, and then more than likely that's going to be a point of conflict where Kawaki is concerned, because his mindset might change, or he might be put into a situation where he's still good, but he's willing to go to certain extremes to protect the persons he loves. And I think I did do a video on this, but where I was kind of dissecting and looking into the flash forward again, given the current information that we have. And I was basically saying that I feel that Kawaki isn't really evil, but he's in more of in a situation where he kind of takes things to the extreme to get a particular goal done. And I kind of dissected that based on how, you know, Boruto was speaking to him in terms of him saying, I didn't think you'd go this far, Kawaki. So I think that's what it really comes down to. But here I am just talking about a lot of the upcoming chapters and my predictions, when I should just be talking about 48. But in a nutshell, 48 wise, I feel that either Kashin Koji will die and will eventually find out there are more clones, or we'll see some returning characters make a surprise appearance, come in and rescue him. So it's one or the other. That, or probably a third option, probably Kashin Koji pulls something out and he manages to escape, and we probably have a third faction between, you know, the remainder of Kara, Konoha, and Kashin Koji doing his thing. So yeah, there's that. And of course we can expect for some minor plans regarding Konoha in terms of their preparations, because the long and short of it is Isshiki will be coming to Konoha to remark Kawaki before his current body dies. So that's definitely something to look out for, and with that you can expect a lot of fan favorite characters to make a return, I would imagine. So your Rock Lee, your Kakashi, I feel like all hands will be on deck for this coming conflict. So yeah, but anyway, that's all I have to say regarding my discussion for chapters 48 and beyond, because that's basically what this was instead of just chapter 48. So yeah, but anyway, I hope you enjoyed the little discussion and dissection, people. Of course, be sure to rate, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed it, and look out for my review in a few days, if not tomorrow, based on when this video is going up. So yeah, so hope you guys are doing well. I'll see you in the next Boruto video.